and welcome back to another episode of Beers Brothers. My name is Theo, your favorite YouTuber. My channel is dedicated to reviewing a curated selection of pale ales, craft beers, IPAs and more on my journey to discover some of the finest options out there for you to enjoy. I think the lockdown in itself has brought its fair shares of trials and tribulations, especially when it comes to actually just being able to get access to the things that we all are used to, the conveniences that we have become accustomed to. And I think especially with Brexit, it's certainly made things even more difficult, just to have the movement of goods, in and out of the UK. I've noticed that particularly when it comes to beers, which is why a lot of the IPAs and drinks that I've been getting in store for you guys have been predominantly UK based. And the reason for that is because there's just a big backlog of stock that really can't come through the ports and through the channels, right? So it's always a really refreshing when you do get a special delivery, and I'm really excited to be able to showcase a beer that is a little further afield, outside of the shores of the UK. They go by the name of Omnipollo. I'm sure you probably heard of them already. They are one of Sweden's finest microbreweries to exist. Yeah, check that out. Look at that. It's cool artwork, isn't it? Can you see that? Yeah, so Omnipollo, they're a brewery that I've been desperate to try. Fortunately, I was able to get my hands on a beer from my local brewery, my local bottle shop. So shout out to Hops, Burns and Black in Deptford for connecting, because without you, this episode wouldn't happen. The reason I'm so excited about reviewing Omnipollo is, in my opinion, they're one of the most creative and unconventional microbreweries to come out in the last decade. And especially it's because of the just sheer boundaries that they're pushing with all of their hop varieties and all of the beers that they are reinventing. And I'm so excited to have them feature on my show, and I think that they will definitely feature more. We are going to review something called CHEWY CHEWY CHEWY. So you caught it there, CHEWY CHEWY CHEWY, which is a thick pale ale. It's 5.5% ABV, and this is a 330 milliliter can. I think I paid around $5 to sort of $5.50 for this, so it is, on the steep end for a 330 ml. This is usually the price that you pay for something that's 440 ml, even 500 ml. I mean, look, it's import tax. You have to pay a little bit more for getting the produce in from Sweden, but believe you me, it's worth it. So I'm gonna waste no time. I'm gonna crack this one open and really see how this bad boy tastes. Take a moment to just look at that. So it's like a straw pale yellow. There was a head, but it seems to have somewhat evaporated. It was a very small head, probably not even a finger in depth. Yeah, it's just got a very coconutty amount of creaminess that I'm seeing. It's completely opaque, so it looks delicious. Oh gosh, and that smells divine. It really does. I can't really say much more than that. Yeah, it's just bursting with flavors. This smells like something maybe that you'd have in a double IPA. You've got the citrus, pineapple, like a papaya. It's just tropical juice. Just absolutely tropical. And just look at the consistency as well. It's actually quite heavy. It takes a bit of time to move around the glass, so you can tell it's definitely a thick pale ale as advertised on the can. So yeah, we're gonna have to give this one a swig and to see how she tastes. And when you look at that, the head is almost like magic reappeared. I just don't know how it happened, but better late than never. Cheers. Wow, that's beautiful. That really is something else. So mouth feels very soft, very clean. In terms of how it tastes, mentally you're expecting this huge barrage of tropical fruit flavors coming through. You can definitely get that, but it's not overwhelming. It's not to the extent that you'd get in a double, triple IPA, and you know, arguably so. It is a thick pale ale, so the style isn't probably as pronounced, but yeah, it really is very hoppy, very tasty, and yeah, it just comes through in stages, I would say. I'm definitely getting that citrus vibe for sure. Visually it looks creamy, but I don't necessarily taste the creaminess. I can appreciate the fact that it's more full-bodied, just in terms of the actual mouthfeel and the density, you know, viscosity of the drink. But certain beers that I have, you know, look visually like this actually have that really coconutty, almost oat milk texture, and this doesn't quite have that. There is a little bit of bitterness in the middle, and actually probably about, let's say, 10 seconds after you've just had that last hit of bitterness on your palate, it actually goes very cleanly away. So yeah, it's a very well done beer. Really happy with that. Yeah, I think really truly the flavors here are coming more from, you know, citrus, orange peel, tangerine, bit of grapefruit. Definitely not really on the pineapple passion fruit, this one. You could potentially say like a bit of kiwi, just because it's got that punchy green sort of taste to it. Yeah, I'd say that, but nothing else. Very well done. For me, this is a great beer. I would give this pale ale. This is a strong, I'd say this is a strong 9 actually. Pale ales can invariably be very disappointing and very average. This is way above average, and it's something that I can definitely see myself drinking a lot of and enjoying and recommending to others. So check it out. Chewy 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 by Omnipollo. You heard it here first. If you're loving the content and want to see some more beers just like Omnipollo's Chewy Chewy Chewy, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like and share. Cheers.